ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Also visible.
Okay, fine. Shazan, you can also switch on your camera. Okay, fine. So all the questions of free fall has got done.
Yes, ma'am.
No problem. Ridima, do you have any problem in any of the question of free
Um,
fall?
I have not done the concept, so I am not really sure about some of the questions, but I was able to do some.
Okay, fine. You were able to do some. Then we can also when we'll be do the revision now, then I will make you understand all the concept about free fall. It's very interesting. Okay. Now today we can start first. If any questions you got stuck in, then you may ask me right now. Then I will tell if you got stuck in any of the question. Which assignment you were doing, Ridhima?
Ma'am, it was 82.8. Ma'am, it was 80.3.
A2.2 V1. Yeah, you did that right. A2.2.
2.1 even, right?
Yeah, A2.1.
Yes.
Okay. So up to what question you reached, Ridhima?
I did the first question, second, fifth, I was halfly able to do, third and fourth, I wasn't able to.
You're not able to do. Okay, fine. And Shazan, you have done all of the questions, right? Yes, Shazan.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and Arham, what about you?
Ma'am, I did till the. I think I did till. I also did till this. I did one. I did two, and I was doing number four.
Okay, fine. And what about third?
No, ma'am. Fourth one I couldn't do. I didn't have enough time. I mean, yes, ma'am. I did number three.
So, okay, fine. We can start first now, and then I will tell you the third and fourth question that you got stuck in Ridhima. Okay. And what about you, Abdul? Did you try any of the question?
No, ma'am. Actually, I don't know how to do.
Okay, fine. Once I tell you, you will know how to do. Okay. First, we'll start with thrust and pressure. Okay, what is thrust? All of you can understand Hindi, English both now. Ridhima, Hindi, English both.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, fine. So what about thrust? Okay, what is thrust? We all know that what is force, right? Force. When force is getting applied on any of the object, it means that force can be applied from any of the side, from making any of the angle, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. In this way, we can apply force to any of the surface, right? Means it will apply in this on this hand. Can anyone everyone can see my hand देख सकते हैं. तो हम लोग फोर्स चाहे ऐसे लगाएं, चाहे ऐसे लगाएं. अगर हम लोग ऐसे इसको फोर्स इस पे लगा रहे, इसका मतलब what we say that we are applying force on it, right? We are applying force on it, either from this angle or from this angle or from this angle. We are applying force on it, either from this, right? But the particular angle that is 90 degree, if we are applying a 90 degree force to any of the body, then what we say, that is called thrust. That is called thrust. The particle means it is a type of force. It's just a force. But force can be applied in any of the direction to any of the body. But if we talk about thrust, the force that is applied on the body perpendicularly, that is called thrust. Okay? The force that is applied perpendicular, everyone is knowing that, making 90 degree, right? Making 90 degree. This is the sign of perpendicular, right? In maths, we used to say like this, na? This angle, this is perpendicular to this, right? Perpendicular to this, right? We say it like this. Fine. AB is perpendicular to BC. Fine. That is this is the way that we write. So perpendicular, the sign of perpendicular is like this. So perpendicular means 90 degree, right? Force that is applied perpendicularly on any object is called thrust. Okay, that is called thrust. Fine. The thrust is the force. It's nothing but the force. And if it is a force, then what we say? We say that what its unit will be. If it's force, what its unit will be? Abdul, tell me the unit of force.
No, ma'am.
The unit of force. Okay, Ridhima, tell me the unit of force.
Newton.
Newton. Okay, fine. Good. So if the force has a unit Newton, then thrust will be having unit what?
Newton.
Newton. Exactly. Right? If this is the force, thrust is a force, force is having the unit as Newton, then thrust will be also having the unit Newton, right, Shazan? Right, Shazan? Okay, tell me that what topic
Yes.
is going in your school? First tell me, Shazan, tell me. First you tell
Ma'am,
me. What topic is going
that
on?
work enforcement. I was absent.
Okay. Work and energy is going on. Work and
Yes, ma'am.
energy
I
chal rahi
completed that chapter.
hai. Okay, fine. Means this gravitation has got completed.
Ma'am, the gravitation, not this part, only the half part. Half of it is left. The
Half
Kepler's
of
law
it
of
is
planetary
left.
motion, thrust and
तो
pressure
ये
and all.
कंप्लीट नहीं कराया गया अभी तक, कंप्लीट नहीं कराया गया. Okay, and they have started from WEP, means work energy power.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and Abdul, which chapter is going on?
Ma'am, reflection of light is completed.
Reflection of light.
Yes,
Reflection
ma'am.
of light. From which board you are?
ICSC.
Okay, fine. I see. Okay, good. And what about you, Ridhima?
Ma'am, we have started gravitation, but we haven't done much in that.
Okay, means thrust and pressure is not going on in your, means has not completed in your school.
No.
Okay, fine. Okay, तो ठीक है. Thrust and thrust हो गया क्या? It's a force which acts perpendicularly on the surface. ठीक है, perpendicularly surface पर लगता है. Okay, and unit of thrust will be what? Newton. The effect of thrust depends on the area. अब बात करते हैं हम लोग प्रेशर की. Now we'll talk about pressure. अब देखो थ्रस्ट तो पड़ गया, ये देखो थ्रस्ट, हाँ अब यहाँ पर भी है बात. अब चाहे सरफेस जैसा हो, थ्रस्ट विल इन on this type of surface, what type of in which direction the thrust will be? If it is applying perpendicular, if it is getting applied perpendicular, then if we talk about thrust, will it not be like this on this surface? Yes, right? Because it
Yes.
has to act perpendicularly. Okay, now if we talk about this type of, if we talk about, you need not to write it, Ridhima. I will share the PDF, and also I will share the very clean copy of this,
Okay.
of these notes as handouts. Okay, I must have had shared in the group, but you were not there. I will share it again. Fine. So if the surface is like this, then what it will be? And then how the stress, sorry, not a stress, how the thrust will be? How the thrust will be? It will be acting like this. Okay, Abdul, this is not the stress. This is, I'm drawing this as angle. Fine, this is 90 degree. This is how we show 90 degree, right? This is angle. This need not to show. You need not to show this thing. Okay, need not to show this thing. Fine. This will act like this in this direction. Now, if the wall is like this, and if we have to apply the thrust in it, then how it will be? It will be like this.
Ma'am, perpendicular to the wall.
Perpendicular. Okay, this will be the now if our surface is like this, the curved surface, then how the stress, how the thrust will participate in this? It actually, if we talk about circle, it is made up of a very small kind of straight lines, right? And every point will be having its own 90 degree, right? Every point will be having its own 90 degree. You must have had read in the tangent that if we draw like this, if we draw tangent is what? Tangent is what? That passes through the circle from one point, the line which passes through the circle touching only one point of the circle, right? So it has passed through, this is the tangent, and it has passed through this circle touching only one point of this circle. And if we take a radius, then radius will fall on the tangent perpendicular. Okay, and from every point, if we wish to draw tangents, then we can draw many of the means infinite tangents through one circle. It means that a circle is made up of infinite number of straight lines, right? Infinite number of points, and it can have infinite number of 90 degrees perpendicular surface, right?
So
It's-
there will be an infinite amount of space you can.
Yes, it's
Infinite amount of
in this small curved surface, it's also having number of what? Perpendicular. In if we talk about this surface, then it will be from at this point, perpendicular will be like this. At this point, perpendicular will be like this, right? The thrust will be like this. At every point, the 90 degree is getting, but they all are parallel, right? All the lines are, all the direction of the thrust are parallel in these type of lines, in these type of surface. But if we talk about this surface, then what it will be, then how we'll make the direction of thrust for this point. For this point it will be like this. How it will be? I think it will be like this, right? Thrust will be like this. From this point it will be like this. For this point the thrust will be in this direction, right? They will not be parallel. All these lines will not be parallel. All this direction will not be parallel. For this point it will be like this, right? So these all are what? These are thrust that has got applied on this surface at different points. Fine. And all must be making 90 degree with that point. Now thrust is completed. Now if we talk about one more thing is there, this you must have seen this kind of pin, जो थर्माकोल में लगाते नहीं है, थर्माकोल में लगाते हैं ऐसे करके, जैसे नोटिस, स्कूल के बाहर नोटिस अगर लगानी हो तो पेपर को थर्माकोल में ऐसे करके ऐसे हो जाता है ना, राइट? इफ इम्पोर्टेंट नोटिस देनी हो तो कैसे करते हैं? ये वाले पिन से करते हैं ना. इस पिन को क्या कहते हैं? व्हाट वी से टू दिस पिन? थंब पिन, राइट? थंब पिन. ओके, व्हाट वी डू लाइक दिख रही है साफ? कैसे करते हैं हम लोग इसको यूज?
Ma'am, we use it like in a soft board.
हाँ, just like means thermocol you can say, right? Or if it will be soft board. So
in school.
हाँ, तो हम लोग इसको कैसे लगाते हैं? परपेंडिकुलरली ऑन द सरफेस लगाते हैं, राइट? परपेंडिकुलरली ऑन द सरफेस लगाते हैं, राइट? एंड ये जो इसका जो पार्ट होता है, जो सामने वाला पार्ट होता है, जिसको हम लोग इंसर्ट करते हैं, राइट? जो हम लोग उसमें इंसर्ट करते हैं,
perpendicular to the place we are applying it in.
where we are applying to it. तो ये वाला पोर्शन बहुत ही पतला होता है, राइट? ये वाला पोर्शन बहुत ही पतला होता है, फाइन. एंड ये वाला पोर्शन मोटा होता है बिकॉज इधर से हम लोग क्या करते हैं? डालते हैं, क्योंकि हम लोग का हाथ वहां पे रहता है, क्योंकि हम लोग का थंब वहां पे रहता है, राइट? बिकॉज वी यूज थंब देयर. तो वो तो पॉइंटेड नहीं होगा क्योंकि विल गेट हर्ट, राइट? तो ये देखो एरिया ये वाला बहुत कम होता है. अब इट ऑल्सो डिपेंड्स अपॉन, if we talk about now, ये तो हम लोग लगा दिए क्या? परपेंडिकुलरली लगा दिए. इसकी बात हो गई कि ये हम लोग थ्रस्ट लगा दिए, फाइन. नाउ also we see that in which area the thrust is getting applied, up to what area the thrust is getting applied. कितने एरिया में कितना thrust लग रहा है?
If we divide the thrust by the area, we'll get how much pressure.
Yes, this is what I'm going to tell you, that how we'll define pressure. Now if we talk about pressure, तो अब जितने भी point पे, fine, this is your pin, okay? Suppose this is your pin and this is your thermocol. Now जितने भी point, जितने भी area पे, this is the area that, this one is the area that in which the thrust is getting applied, right? This is the area where thrust is getting applied, right? So just know about the thrust. What happened, Ridhima?
Nothing, ma'am.
Ma'am, actually I have one that has like a circular tip, so I can put it in at different degrees into the wall.
What?
Ma'am, I have one that has like a circle type end that can do a different direction into the.
Okay. Good. You can show it to me. Fine. After the class. Okay. And how much thrust is getting applied? That will be calculated in what? That will be calculated in Newton, because this is the force. How much thrust is getting applied? Suppose 100 Newton thrust is getting applied. Okay. Suppose 100 Newton thrust is getting applied. And in what area the thrust is getting applied? In what portion of area the thrust is getting applied? So this is the area. Suppose this is 5 meter square. Okay, meter square, no, 5 meter square, no. Suppose this is, okay, fine, take it as meter square. Okay, take it as meter square, fine, because we are just supposing, so we can suppose anything. So 100 Newton in 5 meter square of area. 5 meter square is area is very big, but still I have taken it, right? So thrust of 100 Newton in 5 meter square of area. If we'll divide these two quantities, thrust that is 100 Newton and area that is 5 meter square. If we divide these two quantities, not upside down, you cannot divide it area by thrust. You have to only divide thrust by area. Fine, thrust by area. Okay. So if we are going to divide thrust by area, the given thrust by given area, then we will be getting pressure. How much pressure is getting exerted? Okay. How much pressure लग रहा है? कितना प्रेशर लग रहा है इस वॉल पे, वो हमको पता चलेगा.
Ma'am, is the SI unit of pressure pascals or
अभी
something?
रुको, हाँ अभी रुको, just have patience, I'll tell everything. Okay. Okay. तो यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, यहाँ इसको कहते हैं हम लोग प्रेशर. फाइन, क्या कहते हैं हम लोग इसको? प्रेशर. थ्रस्ट अपॉन एरिया. Thrust, you can also write it like force, but it's not the force that, because force we consider it in any of the direction. It can be applied it any of the direction. So this is not the thrust that we are getting, that we are applying. That will be what? Thrust upon area. Pressure is what? Thrust upon area. That is Newton, and this is meter square. So because I have chosen the SI unit. Okay. सेंटीमीटर स्क्वायर भी ले सकते थे, बट फिर हमको कन्वर्ट करना पड़ता, दैट वुड बी अ लॉन्ग प्रोसेस. तो हम क्या किए हैं कि न्यूटन और मीटर स्क्वायर, एंड these all two units are the what these two units are what? SI unit. Okay. So if we are going to divide these two quantities, then then we will be getting Newton per meter square, and to this we have said it Pascal. Not we have said, but in the honor of the scientist Pascal, Braille Pascal, the unit of pressure is given in Pascal. Okay. तो इसकी यूनिट क्या होती है प्रेशर की? पास्कल होती है. फाइन. न्यूटन पर मीटर स्क्वायर, that is Pascal. Okay. Fine. So Newton per meter square, in this way we used to write 1 Pascal is equal to 1 Newton per meter square, because we already have seen that here I have written Newton per meter square. This two I have written Pascal. You can write it 1 here, you can write it 1 here. Okay. What is 1 Pascal of pressure? If someone will ask you what is 1 Pascal of pressure, define 1 Pascal of pressure. What you'll say?
It's 1 Newton on. It's like 1 Newton of force on the one
1 Newton of thrust. 1 Newton of thrust.
1 Newton of thrust on like one meter squared area.
Yeah, is getting applied. Try to write the whole English now, right? So what you'll say, if 1 Pascal of pressure is defined as, or we say if 1 Newton of force, not thrust, is getting applied in 1 meter square of area. Okay, then 1 meter square of area, then it is called 1 Pascal of pressure. Okay, 1 Pascal of pressure. Fine. Isn't getting applied, then 1 Pascal, then we say that it is 1 Pascal of pressure. Okay. तो ये 1 Pascal of pressure की बात हो गई. ठीक है. अब एक तो क्वेश्चन है, one question is there, we'll solve it. Force of 200 Newton is applied to an object of area 4 meter square. Find the pressure. Can you find it? To thrust it has written force, so no problem.
Yes, it will be 2000 by 4, which is 50.
यहाँ पर बात परपेंडिकुलर फोर्स की ही हो रही है, तो यहाँ पे अगर फोर्स भी बोल दिया तो सो डोंट गेट पैनिक कि अरे ये तो फोर्स बोल रहा है, अब हम किस डायरेक्शन में लेंगे. तो यहाँ पे तुम्हें कुछ परेशान होने की जरूरत नहीं है. फोर्स बोले चाहे थ्रस्ट बोले, यू हैव टू कंसिडर इट एज थ्रस्ट. फाइन. तो what you'll do, Shazan, where are you? You have switched off your camera.
Yes, ma'am. My mother.
Why? Are you doing something?
My mother called.
Okay. So how you'll do this question?
Ma'am, force and area is given. We just divide it.
Yes, we'll just divide it. And I think the writer has forgotten to write Pascal. So we can write it here. 50 Pascal. Newton per meter square. Abdul, समझ में आ रहा है सब कुछ? कि नहीं आ रहा है? कुछ ऐसी चीजें नहीं आ रहा है?
Yes, ma'am, आ रहा है.
पक्का?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So my voice क्यों repeat हो रही है? If you on किए तो repeat हो रही थी मेरी voice. Okay, fine. हाँ. तो second on one more question is there. One more question is on the way, so we have to solve it. अब देखो शार्प ही यहाँ पर भी अभी हम लोग बात करना है. ये भी बात तो किए ही नहीं है, क्वेश्चन करने लगे. ये दोनों बात करनी है कि क्या बात करनी है. अगर तुम लेटे हो on a what surface, or you say on your bed, ओके फाइन, ऑन योर बेड, अगर तुम लेटे हो ऑन योर बेड एंड अगर तुम खड़े हो ऑन योर बेड, तो किसमें ज्यादा नीचे तक जाएगा बेड?
Ma'am, when you're standing up,
When you are standing, why? The
there
same,
is
you are having
more
the same
area.
Yeah.
There is less area and like
Wait.
more amount of like newtons going down, more amount of thrust.
Newton is going down.
More amount of thrust is being
Okay.
applied. More
Ridhima,
amount
what
of
do you say? Ridhima, what do you say?
pressure will be more. So it will
Ridhima, what do you
Um,
say?
Yes, so the area will be less, and in that less area there will be more weight applied, so the pressure will.
Pressure will be more, right? And if we talk about this heel, if Ridhima is walking on a sand, right? If Ridhima, you are walking on a sand wearing this heel, right? Heeled sandal, and one elephant is also there, and which is walking along with you. And so in which किसमें जो होगा वो ज्यादा अंदर तक जाएगा, हील ज्यादा अंदर तक जाएगी?
Hmm.
In which case? In which
He-
case,
If an elephant is
he
walking, the elephant
he
Oh,
will
yeah.
exert more pressure on the sand, or
like
the
if
leg of the
if the mass
elephant.
would be the same, then it would be the heel. But since the mass of an element is mass of an elephant is way
You are
larger,
correct.
it will be an elephant.
But still, they can. If we talk about camel, they can go. Even their mass is very a lot, but still they can even travel in the sand very easily, right? And in that case, if we are walking on a sand wearing a heel, then we may not walk easily. Isn't it so?
Hmm.
Yeah.
So right now, right? So if we are, it means that we have concluded P is equal to F upon A, right? If the force will be high, then pressure will be high. But if the area will be less, then only the pressure will be
Hi.
right. Then if the area will be less, then the pressure will get high. तो
Okay.
एरिया अगर रिड्यूस होगा थोड़े से एरिया में, अगर उतना ही फोर्स लग रहा है, फोर्स इज 100 न्यूटन, हाँ राइट, फोर्स इज 100 न्यूटन एंड इट्स गेटिंग अप्लाइड, एंड इन फर्स्ट केस इट्स गेटिंग अप्लाइड इन एन एरिया ऑफ 2 meter per 2 meter square, and in the second case the same force is getting applied in a 20 meter square. So in which case the pressure will be more, in the first case or in
one
the second case?
number one. Sorry, number one.
Abdul, what do you think? किसमें ज्यादा pressure रहेगा? In which case the pressure will be more? In first case or in the second?
Ma'am, second.
Second. How?
No, ma'am, first, because there is area is less.
Area is less, right? तो इसमें अगर हम pressure निकालें, if we calculate pressure here, तो it will be 100 upon 2, right? It will be 50 Pascal. And if we talk about second case, then it will be 100 upon 20. It will be 5 Pascal. It will be 5 Pascal. So in the case first, the pressure is more, right? तो वो ज्यादा नीचे तक क्या करेगा? Penetrate करेगा, right? नीचे तक पेनिट्रेट करेगा, प्रेशर ज्यादा रहे, फाइन, ओके।
Yes,
तो
ma'am, got
एरिया अगर बढ़ा देंगे तो प्रेशर, तो इसीलिए जो है हम लोग को सोफा पर कूदने के लिए मना किया जाता है, जबकि सोने के लिए मना नहीं किया जाता है, राइट? बचपन में हम लोग अगर सोफा में कूदते थे, राइट, तो हम लोग को क्या किया जाता था? मना किया जाता था, तो सोफा में कूदना नहीं है, क्योंकि वो ऐसे 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 बार बार अगर होगा तो उसका जो स्पंजनेस है वो खत्म हो जाएगा, राइट? वो उसका खराब हो जाएगा। तो सो सकते हो सोफे पे, बिकॉज इट विल नॉट एक्सर्ट ग्रेट प्रेशर, बट इफ यू विल कूदोगे तो एक तो तुम्हारा वेट रहेगा, दूसरा तुम और फोर्स से अगर कूदोगे तो इट विल ruin the
it'll ruin
स्पंजनेस ऑफ दैट सोफा, राइट? तो इसीलिए हम लोग को लेटने के लिए नहीं मना किया जाता, लेकिन कूदने के लिए मना किया जाता था, ओके। तो a woman is wearing sharp heel sandal, okay, fine. If the mass of women is 60 kg, बहुत मोटी है, 60 kg है और sharp का पहनी भी, okay, fine, 60 kg है, and the area of one heel is 1 centimeter square. Area of one heel is 1 centimeter square. तो area of one heel मतलब इतना होगा, 1 centimeter, बहुत बहुत पतली हील पहनी है, राइट? 1 centimeter square, 1 सेंटीमीटर तो इतना होता है, तो 1 सेंटीमीटर और ले लो तो इतनी हुई तो, राइट? 1 सेंटीमीटर इतनी होती है, राइट? अबाउट इतनी होती होगी। एंड 1 सेंटीमीटर एक और ले लो तो इतनी सी एरिया होगा, सिर्फ इतना सा एरिया होगा। ओके, तो find out the pressure exerted on the ground when the woman stands on just one heel. ओके फाइन, वन हील पे सिर्फ खड़ी है विमेन। ओके, वन हील पे सिर्फ खड़ी है। तो अब बताओ, टू हील पे तो खड़ी नहीं है, जो उसका मास जो है वो बढ़ जाएगा दोनों हील में। एक हील पे खड़ी है तो वो क्या हो जाएगा, पूरा का पूरा मास वेट उसका किस पे लगेगा, किस में लगेगा?
Surface.
ऑन वन हील पे लगेगा, राइट? ऑन वन हील पे लगेगा। तो मास और मास इज दिस हियर, इट्स मास इज गिवन, सो डायरेक्टली मास से मत डिवाइड कर देना। फर्स्ट वी हैव टू,
Ma'am, first we need to convert it into newtons, and that we need to do is multiply by gravity.
multiplied by g, that is in order to find its weight. Weight is what? W is equal to
Ma'am,
mg.
I found it. Ma'am, I found it.
Okay, fine, it's good. W is equal to mg. Okay, तो W is equal to mg means W will be what? 60 kg लड़की का वो है, औरत का क्या है, मास है, and G is 10. So because it's given in the question to take G as 10, so we'll take 10 and then we'll find out its weight to be 600 Newton. And weight is what? It's just a force, isn't it? हम लोग पढ़ चुके हैं ये बात, पहले ही पढ़े हैं, राइट? बिकॉज तुम लोग अभी नए तो नहीं अपने स्कूल में पढ़े होगे that weight is what? It's just a force because it's also mg. F is equal to mg and W is equal to also mg. Or you say F is equal to ma. A is what? Acceleration. Acceleration due to gravity. If we talk about acceleration due to gravity, then it will be, in that case, it will be mg. Okay, and W is also mg. W is what? Weight. Okay, so 600 Newton. Okay, 600 Newton. तो अब हम लोग क्या करेंगे, कितने एरिया पे लग रहा था, 1 मीटर स्क्वायर, राइट? प्रेशर इज इक्वल टू, फर्स्ट राइट द फॉर्मूला, डोंट फॉरगेट टू राइट द फॉर्मूला, फर्स्ट राइट द गिवन, ओके, इन द when you start the solution, first write the given, second write the formula that you are going to use, that is going to be used in the question, and then you can do solve it. Fine. Now force upon area, you can write it here first, okay, in the bracket, force upon area. So force is what? mg is w upon a. You can write it like w upon a. A is given, so you can write it here. A is given as 1 meter square. तो अभी हम अच्छे से तो नहीं लिखे हैं, but you have to write it अच्छे से. So W is equal to, W is what? 600, and area is, right? If I am correct, if I am not wrong, but it's 600 and centimeter square. No one is interrupting me that, ma'am, it's given centimeter square, you have to convert it in meter square. How you are going to convert it in meter square? How? 1 into 10 power minus what? 2. Shazan, tell me, किससे मल्टीप्लाई करें कि ये मीटर स्क्वायर में कन्वर्ट हो जाए?
Ma'am, 1,000.
100.
1 सेंटीमीटर को मीटर में जब चेंज करना होता है तो हम 100 से डिवाइड करते हैं, राइट?
Divided by
It's
100,000.
square. Now,
Sir, negative 3, 10 to the power
Divided by 10,000.
10,000. Now it's a square, so we'll square
Oh,
both sides. So how much it will be? 1 centimeter square will be 10 power minus 4, right? 10 power minus 4. Then we can write meter square. If we are means यहाँ पर सेंटीमीटर था तो 100 था, अब स्क्वायर कर दिए तो 10,000 होगा ना, 20 और बढ़ेगा ना, राइट? 10 का स्क्वायर 100, 100 का स्क्वायर 100 का स्क्वायर, अब्दुल 100 का स्क्वायर
10,000.
10,000. ग्रेट. तो अब हम यहाँ पर 1 नहीं लिखेंगे, इसलिए हम गलती देखो कर रहे थे, कोई बोल नहीं रहा था, कोई बोलता नहीं है. 1 into 10, हाँ, तो हमको कितना जीरो लिखना पड़ेगा? 4 जीरो लिखना पड़ेगा. ओके, अब हम लोग कर पाएंगे, ये हम लोग अब सही कर लें. तो 0 0 0 0 तो कैंसिल हो गया. अब बचा क्या? 0.06 पास कर लिख सकते हैं. एक जीरो कटा, कट करके यहाँ पॉइंट लगा, दूसरा जीरो कटा, कट करके पॉइंट आगे की तरफ खिसक गया और एक जीरो लग गया. ये चीज तो आता है ना, ये रूल आता है सबको? नहीं आता है? आता है नहीं आता है? जल्दी बोलो, yes or no?
We know.
Yes.
No.
Ma'am, I said we know.
Okay, I thought you said no. तो ठीक है, 0.06.
Ma'am, I did it with G is equal to 1.8, 9.8, and I got 0.0588.
Okay, why you took 9.8? It's already given in the question that you have to take that you have to take. What here? Why it's written?
M is the mass of the. It's not giving anything.
Wait. One thing I have I done anything wrong? Have I done anything wrong? 10 power minus 4. Oh my god. Here. That is why I'm thinking that something is getting wrong. 10 power minus 4 to niche rahega na, then it will go upside na. It will go in the numerator na. So
Oh, yeah.
weight is what? So these are the things that we can do wrong in the question. So revise your question. That is why I revised it ना कि कुछ गलत हो रहा है लग रहा है. तो यहाँ पर क्या करना है हमको? 10 power minus 4 will be in the new denominator. So once it will go in the numerator, तो वो क्या क्या हो जाएगा? 0 सारे ऊपर, right? 600 upon 10 power minus 4, it is in the denominator. Okay, 1 upon, you can write it like this. 1 upon, or you can write it 10 power minus 4 like this. Right? अब हम लोग पढ़े हैं exponent, power and exponents. Right? Class 7 में पढ़ी मैथ्स में power and exponents. तो अब इस ये कहाँ जाएगा? ऊपर जाएगा, एंड इसका एक्सपोनेंट क्या हो जाएगा? पॉजिटिव हो जाएगा, होगा ना पॉजिटिव. देखो गलती हम भी कर सकते हैं, तो तुम लोग हमको टोक सकते हो कि मैम ये आप गलत कर रही हैं, कुछ गलत हो रहा है. 6 into 10 power. Now these two will, see, we can write it 600 ko we can write it 6 into 10 power 2, and 10 power 4 is already there. So we can add these two powers using power and exponents, right? So 6 into 10 power 6. This is our answer. 6 power 6 Pascal. Okay, ठीक है, समझ आया ना सब कुछ? अब ठीक लग रहा है सब कुछ? हाँ, अब ठीक लग रहा है सब. ओके, पहले गलत लग रहा था क्योंकि हम लोग गलत कर ही रहे थे. तो गलत मत करना, गलत करना तो एक बार रिवाइज जरूर करना. इसलिए रिवीजन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. रिवीजन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. किसी भी, चाहे वो जितना भी आसान क्वेश्चन, गलती तो इंसान से होती है ना, गलती होगी. अब देखो ये बड़ा मजेदार क्वेश्चन, ये एनसीईआरटी का क्वेश्चन है. ये एनसीईआरटी का क्वेश्चन है, राइट? तो ये क्वेश्चन अपने से कर सकते हो क्या? अभी करके दिखाओ, अभी करके दिखाओ. किसके, देखो वही बात है, लेटा है खड़ा है, लेटा है खड़ा है, राइट? किसमें प्रेशर ज्यादा लगा? तो पहले हम लोगों को क्या क्या निकालना पड़ेगा? अच्छा, तो एरिया निकालने आता है?
First we'll write the given.
एरिया निकालने आता है. एरिया क्या निकालेंगे हम लोग? पूरे बॉक्स का एरिया मत निकालने लगना. ओके,
That is
you need not to पूरे बॉक्स का एरिया मत निकालना.
on the surface.
ओनली द सरफेस का एरिया निकालना है हमको, पूरे बॉक्स का एरिया नहीं निकालना. ओके, बॉक्स का एरिया तो सेम ही हो जाएगा. ओके, तो ऐसे जब रखा है, ऐसे जब रखा है, जब ऐसे रखा है, क्या इरेक्ट रखा है, तो उसको क्या करेंगे हम लोग? 150 into 20 करेंगे. ओके, एरिया फॉर एरिया. एंड अब लेटा दिए इसको, तो वो कैसे, क्या एरिया हम लोग लेंगे? 20 into 50. ओके, एरिया दूसरा हो जाएगा. फोर्स विल बी द
20 into 50.
and force will be the same in both of the cases. निकालना क्या है वैसे? Block of wood is kept on a tabletop. The mass of wooden block is 6 kg. Okay, mass is given. Mass को हम लोग किससे मल्टीप्लाई कर देंगे? 9.8 से, so that we can get, हम दिखाएंगे नहीं तुम लोग को क्वेश्चन क्या है, आंसर क्या है. ओके, तो फोर्स को फोर्स mg निकालने के लिए क्या करेंगे हम लोग? 6 को मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे. फोर्स निकालने के लिए मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे g से, that is 9.8. ओके, ये तुम्हें डायमेंशन दिया हुआ है. Find the pressure exerted by the wooden block on the table if it is made to lie on the tabletop with its sides of dimension this and this. Okay, and this and this था, फिर this and this था. First और second से फोर्स निकल जाएगा, एरिया निकल जाएगा. निकालो प्रेशर, both the cases. Completed. I will not show you the answer. Completed. Ridhima, completed?
No, not yet.
Pressure is equal to MA, right?
No, pressure. Is equal
Its
to
force is equal to mg, right?
8 mg divided by what is thrust divided by the area. Or mg divided by the area.
First you have to calculate for thrust, force. Yes. Mass is given, you have to multiply it by g. G is acceleration. Gravity will be acting on it, na?
Yes,
So mg will be the weight, and weight will be the force, and you can say that this is the thrust because it's acting perpendicularly on the surface. Okay,
We'll take G as 10 meter per second.
yes,
Then we'll take G as 9.8 or 10.
yes, 9. Because it's not given in the question, na? You have to take 9.8. Ridhima, are you not doing?
Ma'am, I'm seeing the question. Ma'am, what is the formula for force? Can you repeat?
mg, no, it's mg. F is equal to
Yes.
mg.
So
This
M
is
is
the
mass, G
m
is
is mass, that is given as 6. G you have to take 9.8 because it's not given in the question that you have to take 10. So you will take, by default it will be 9.8. Okay.
okay.
Ma'am, force will be 58.8 Newton.
Force will be how much?
58.8 Newton.
58.8 Newton. Okay, fine. 58.8 Newton. And also find the area in first case and area in the second case. Area in the first case first find, and then find the pressure for the first case.
It's pretty good. It's actually been proper.
Okay, we can. Aram, it's time for next class, right? Aram,
Yes, ma'am.
it's time for next class. Has the student come for the next class?
Yes, ma'am. He's come for the next.
Okay, then we can continue it. Try to do this question in your as a homework. Fine. Fine. Ridhima, I
Okay,
will be
ma'am.
sharing this question. I will be sharing the whole PDF to what I have taught. Okay. So you will be doing this question in your at your home. Okay, and we can continue with from the next class. Bye, everyone.
Bye, ma'am.
Enjoyed
Thank you,
now.
ma'am.
Enjoyed now, Ridhima
Yeah.
and Abdul and Shazan and Arham, all of you. Enjoyed now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
कोई ऐसी चीजें नहीं समझ में आई तो पूछ लेना नेक्स्ट क्लास में, ओके?
Okay,
Okay,
ma'am.
ma'am. Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.